guys. So for today's Lunch and Learn, we are still focusing on job search techniques, and we're actually going to be looking at our resume now. So if you are following along, we are on the Applied Digital Skills classroom here, and we are going to go to Craft Your Resume, and let's go ahead and go into this. Make sure volume should be up. Yeah.
In the last activity, you search for jobs you like to apply for and organize them in the Applications tab in your job search spreadsheet. To apply for these jobs, you'll likely need a resume. Your resume provides employers with a snapshot of your experiences and abilities to convince them that you are the person they should hire. In this activity, you will create a resume in Google Docs. To do this, you will start with a Google Docs template. A template is like a pattern you can use as a guide. Templates provide some design elements and formatting that you can use as a starting point for your projects. They also help you keep font sizes and styles consistent throughout your documents. But your resume will be unique. You will add your own background, skills, education, and experiences to your resume to highlight your strengths as a candidate for a specific job. You'll use action verbs and measurable details to make your resume compelling. Once you have drafted your resume, you'll share it with a partner and collect their feedback. Finally, you'll revise your resume to make it even stronger and more attractive to employers. To start, open a new tab or window. Go to google.com and open your Google Drive. Create a new document and select from a template. Check out the resume templates. The layout, fonts, and colors are different for each template, but they all contain the same basic information: your skills, experience, education, and awards, accomplishments, or projects you've completed. Choose the template you see on your screen. Or if you like another template and feel comfortable editing the document on your own, choose a different one instead. You can follow the videos in this activity with any of the Google Docs resume templates. Just make sure the style of the template fits the kind of job you're applying for. For example, simple designs and basic fonts work well for traditional jobs, whereas more modern designs work well for creative positions. Rename the file with your last name and resume. Then move on to the next video where you'll fill out the template with information about you. Now it's your turn. Open Google Drive. Create a new resume from a Google Docs template. Rename the file with your last name and resume.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to open up a new tab. I'm going to go to my Google Drive, which I goes to this matrix of 3x3 squares, and I click on Drive. And I already have a folder for this, and it is the Job Search Techniques class. Let's go ahead and click on that. My computer's being very slow today. So these are the previous assignments, and we're going to go ahead and start on our resume. And it's going to go to do that. We are going to select New, Google Docs, hover over that little arrow, and you'll see from a template. So you can see there's a variety of templates. What we're going to be doing are the resumes. And the resumes there's a variety of different templates, and there's different opinions on the types of resume for the job that you're applying to. So you may need to do a little research depending on what role you're wanting to go into, which is the outside of the scope of this particular lesson. But I like this simplistic resumes. So for my personal preference, I am going to choose this one. I'm going to choose, which one am I going to choose? I think I'm going to choose this one. The spearmint one. So what was the rest of that assignment? Just to select a resume. Rename the file with your last name and resume. So click up here in the top left-hand corner, actually double click, and you can put your last name and the word resume. So let's go ahead and continue. Hit play.
In this video, you will write a first draft of your resume. This is just a draft. It does not have to be perfect. Later, you will share your resume with your partner, collect feedback, and revise it. First, explore the sections of the template. Select Tools and Document Outline to see the formatting of your template. This resume template organizes information under headings with styles and fonts that complement each other. There are separate sections for a summary of your skills, your work experience, your education, and any awards you may have won. The information is organized in a table with transparent borders. You may find it helpful to show the borders so you can see the template layout as you type. To see the borders, right-click inside the template. Select Table Properties. Change the line weight and the border color to make the lines visible. You can change the color back to white later. Now that you can see the formatting of the document, type your information into the spaces provided. Highlight the placeholder text and replace it with your own. Add your name and contact information. Then, list your previous work experience with your most recent jobs first. Include your dates of employment, but leave the descriptions blank for now. In the next video, you would tailor this text and your summary for a specific job. Include all the education you have received, from the highest degree to the lowest. If you are in school now, include the degree you are working towards and indicate it as in progress. As you work, change the headings if you like. For example, if your previous jobs did not offer awards, you may want to change the section to certifications, additional skills, or projects. When you have added as much information as you can to your resume, move on to the next video to add descriptions about your experience and tailor your resume for one specific job. Now, it's your turn. Show the outline of the template using Tools and Document Outline. Use Table Properties to change the color and weight of the table lines. Finally, add your contact information, work experience, education, and additional skills to your resume.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So go to tools. Where is it? Might need to highlight it. So hit Control A, selects it all. Tools. Oh, where was it? Tools, document outline. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm not seeing it. This one may not have it. So I'm going to actually say this one doesn't have it because of the fact that this is, you'll note that how this is a different template. We selected a different template than what he did. So if he decided to select a different template, this may not apply. Let's go ahead and just to confirm our theory and make sure that that is the case. So we go to New, Google Docs, hit the little arrow from a template. Let's select the template that he selected, which go down a little bit. And it's this one. And if we go to Tools, still not seeing it. Let's select it. So we right click on it. Let's go ahead and Control A to select all. Tools. I'm still not seeing it. Show the outlines using tools and document outline. Things do change. So it's possible this particular component has changed because I am not seeing it. It's not totally important, especially if you do a different format. So I'm not terribly worried about it. But just be aware that could be, it looks like there is a difference between the instructions and then what we actually have access to, and I'm not seeing it. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. I'm going to go ahead and close out this one because this is not the template that I'm using and select this template. And what was the rest of the instructions? Use table properties. Okay, this doesn't apply to us. And add our contact information, work experience, and education, or additional skills on our resume. So let's focus on our contact information. So my name is Tasha Penwell, industrial designer. I'm not an industrial designer. I'm going to put, what's my role right now? Putting instructor. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and change it to computer science instructor. So don't get overly concerned about the details. As he said earlier, this is a draft. This is going to be changed and updated. A resume is always intended, and it needs to be a living and breathing document that's reflective of each individual job that you are applying to, because you're going to bring, each job that you're applying to is going to need different kinds of experience and skill sets and the qualities that they're looking for in a potential employee. So you want to make sure your resume highlights that. So a resume is not a one and done deal. It's something that you continue to update and improve as you gain new skill sets. So let's go ahead and update my information here. Um, put this number on here. I'm going to use one of my emails. I'm going to use my hockey email. So the skills. We're not going to worry about the content within each category right now. That's further on down the line. So let's go ahead and go to experience. So the company name is Hawking College. The location is Nelsonville. I can spell it. Ohio. The job title is computer computer science program manager. Let's see, I started here in July 2018, not 28, 28, okay. And we're going to leave this part alone right now. Before coming to Hawking, I was with Ohio University. It was in Athens, Ohio. Somebody's outside, that was weird. And I had a couple different roles there, but my last one, academic program administrator. And I was in that role from, I want to think, March 2015 through right before I came here, July 2018. That sounds about right. I'm going to leave this part alone. Looks like I got a typo here. There we go. And before then, I was still at Ohio University, which was Athens, Ohio. And what was my title? Records management specialist, I think. Something like that. I would have to look it up. And I started there in March 2013, if I remember correctly, and ended whenever I took on the other role in March 2015. My education, my school name, is you want to start with your highest level of achievement. And this can also include certifications. So if you're doing the Google IT professional certification, this can also include the certifications that you've achieved. Not everything has to be in the traditional format of the school. If you've acquired a certification through some sort of structured learning platform, such as the Google IT professional certification, a degree here at Hawking College, or wherever, this can be included in there. Let's see. Keller graduate, let's call it graduate school of management. And on the location, I am going to put, I think they're based out of Chicago. I attended online. I'm going to put MISM. And, oh gosh, when did I graduate? I graduated in 14, so I'm going to say, actually, I'm just going to put my graduation date. I'm just going to put graduated 2014. So not everything has to be the perfect script. This is giving you like a baseline, and then you can edit it based on what you need. Awards, not going to get into that, but maybe volunteer activities. Volunteering is a great way to learn some. I'll go ahead and make that match that. Volunteer activities. If you don't have any kind of experience, or if you're looking to gain some experience, and it's kind of like the catch-22. You can't have experience until you get a job to give you that experience, and you can't get the job until you get that experience. So it's kind of like a catch-22, which is frustrating, and everybody deals with it. And but one of the things that I would recommend, if you are in that catch-22, if you're looking for a place of employment, but they need experience, a good way to get experience is to volunteer. I highly, highly recommend volunteering. It doesn't have to be like the volunteering at like the Red Cross or one of those big organizations that are known for having a volunteer network. It can be volunteering for your local small business. If they need some help with some computer setup or, anything IT related, you can be an assistance to them. Volunteer your services, volunteer your experience, and they may or may not be able to compensate you. And just expect that, your compensation is the experience if it's not monetary. So look for those opportunities that are out there. I guarantee you there's going to be some small business who is so focused, and rightly so, on what their business is, that they just don't have the time or the other knowledge or the experience on their own to troubleshoot any kind of IT, website, social media, anything of that nature. And I'm saying those examples based on my experience, but every experience is going to be different. So if you're volunteering for some activities, if you're not volunteering for anything right now, find something to volunteer with, and just keep on the lookout. Keep creating. Keep putting yourself out there, which can be scary, I know, but just go ahead and keep doing that. That's a great way to build some content and gain some experience on your resume. Okay. So we got the kind of our point right here. And we're about a half hour in. I'm going to go ahead and call it. So what we're going to pick up next week, and I'm actually going to make a note on this because I do tend to forget what we're picking up on. Go ahead and get rid of this one that I did earlier. And going to, is there like a notepad thing in here? Let's see if that works. I want something simple. I may not get it. Yeah, it's not what I want. Okay. I'll just go new Google Docs. Okay, so on 10/7/22, we left off, and it's just a note for myself so I know where we're at. Under, let's go ahead and just copy that. Okay. And if you want to go ahead and continue doing this on your own, that's great. If not, that's fine. And we can just keep going through this together. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm just kind of cleaning this up. So for my own OCD kind of tendencies. But let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, guys.